There was a moment when she was having her meltdown in that song where it made me instantly feel guilty for judging any other woman that I might have considered crazy, because you see yourself in this character and therefore you see everyone like this character differently. And that is like the magic of empathy and storytelling right there. That's how fictional works of art can oftentimes help you process and understand other perspectives and people more fully and deeply than intellectual talk therapy ever could, because it's sneaky. There's a restlessness to her performance. If you go to the comment section of that video, you'll see multiple people saying things like this was the first time they ever understood what the song was really about, which is in and of itself like an acting exercise, but also that this was the first time they had ever been really moved and touched by that song in a way that they hadn't been before. There was something so unsettling about Audra's performance in the best way. Kind of reminds me how in theater school, sometimes the way I could tell if somebody was doing really raw, brave, vulnerable work that wasn't masturbatory, it was truly authentic, was if I actually became uncomfortable myself. And sometimes that is like the fine line between watching something as a spectator and all of a sudden being surprised and caught off guard by something that resonates so truthfully. The reason why that performance made so many people lean in is because she was prioritizing acting. She was prioritizing the storytelling. Some people are so hyperfixated on wanting to hear like a certain belt sound just for the sake of having a belt sound. But the true emotional resonance of a certain moment isn't always going to be pretty. When you watch Audra's performance, you're actually hearing what an emotional, mental meltdown would sound like, as opposed to just listening to somebody sing a song. She has so much finesse with how she handles the entire momentum of the journey. Very easy just to yell that song. Obviously, sometimes bigger and louder is better, but if that's all there is, then it doesn't mean anything anymore. It doesn't have any impact. The finesse and skill come into play with how you use the power that you have, not just having it and blasting it everywhere. She's also such a master at using punctuation throughout the storytelling. It never just feels like one long run-on sentence. There's a million different mini stories in that song. There's a million different versions of her that we see. Audra's ability to sing through that emotion, scary at times. We're hearing the sound of what it's like to be a human in a different way. And that's what being brave and taking risks as an actor is. It's the truth of being a human is so utterly horrific sometimes. It's actually where a lot of actors will end up just plateauing. They'll never be able to kind of get past to that next level. Doesn't mean that they're not good actors. It's something altogether to be able to let people see you not only that imperfect, but that ugly when you're portraying a character. A lot of people can hit notes. Park and Bark's a dime a dozen. Some of them will just never be able to make the choice to not be aesthetically perfect sounding as opposed to truthful. Audra rode those waves of emotion just masterfully. And this is the thing, it can actually be scary for the performer because you can get like overwhelmed with that momentum of that emotion. Certain songs that I avoided when I was auditioning on Broadway because I knew that they were a little risky when it came to like losing control. So many colors throughout the whole thing, but it's just so good.